Good morning.
Pivot one nut. Pivot one nut.
Everyone, Niake,
Janet.
Kendrick,
Kikadoos.
Kikadoos, Mary Faye,
Alito.
Gwana,
Sio.
Kudumante,
Madawika. Ansti Huntidish. Yate.
Boy,
Mike.
Miigwech,
Heinepi. Stongo.
Stongo, David, Stongo.
Mike. Wait, did we already say that?
Do we?
Wait, nah.
Mike.
Yeah, we already got him, huh? Huh? Ansti Huntidish. Did I already say that?
Darren, how you say what? Good morning in Osage.
Gasia.
Gasialiach. Gasial.
Well, good morning. Good
shit.
morning.
Yep. Good morning. Good night.
Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd here in El Ghetto, Helltown.
Yep. Budgeting.
Budget. Coming live from the budget. No, coming live from 1950 South Shepherd.
Yep. Frank Knight.
Yeah. Hey, that used to be the park back in the day.
Yeah.
They would leave. Frank Knight was one of the parks that they left. They left a switch down there to turn the lights off and on. So that like you could stay down there till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Play basketball.
Yeah. Police wouldn't mess with you. But me and Hochley, we only lived like 2 blocks away at my grandma's.
Good job, Andy.
So we'd have to run all the way home.
Uncle.
Scared.
Weapons.
But yeah. Good morning. Good morning. So we had our dance, overdose awareness dance in Watanga, which was a success. You know, we appreciate everybody that came out. Got to thank all of our head staff.
Yeah.
We appreciate how the community, backs us up.
Yeah.
And then we had Hope Center, Treatment Center. They're called Hope Center. I'm not even like too familiar with their program or like where they came from but they had some of the members from Banging for Jesus with them. So, it was a pretty, that was pretty awesome to see, to have them come into the arena, take part, and let us recognize them for their efforts, in getting sober. So, it was pretty cool. Do we have any comments?
You have any?
Drew says good morning.
People were nothing. Whopping knuckle.
Cash says good morning, brothers.
Good morning, Cash.
Your Miss Leanna says good morning, fellas.
Your what? Say it.
Leanne's my baby mama, apparently.
Oh, but what?
5 times her.
Yeah.
5.
What up, boo?
Here, baby.
Yeah. What up, boo?
Eleanor says
Nyakit.
says good morning, brothers. I'm 305 well today. Have a day full of
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty cool, and one thing about Legend is that she's like kept this current.
That's word.
Yeah.
With her process.
She got baptized.
Oh, that's cool, and she's been making bounds and leaps, for her recovery. And what I think was like the most important for her process. And I'm not trying to discredit any of the work that she done before that, but she got a sponsor. And she started, doing the work. And I mean, not to say that she wasn't doing the work before, but there's just something magical about, working with the sponsor, and then so I got to give my sister a shout out, she's doing an amazing job. So keep doing what you're doing, girl.
Yeah.
We see you.
Sandra says people will not.
People wouldn't.
People
wouldn't.
Ooh, my
Anna said my poor granddaughter.
Hey. Oh.
And that was
he's going to end up starting getting templates made for him. As
yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go, Grandpa.
Yeah. Well, I had to win that argument.
Yeah.
She kept getting me with all these comebacks. So finally I just said, I'm your dad's dad. She looked at me like, I'm gonna go ask Hootsie.
Be right back.
Yeah, be right
Better when they
back.
play with it.
Yeah, they pay attention then.
That's the case. Tell him to come to the
So she goes over there to ask, and just the look on her face whenever she looked right up at me. It was hilarious.
Dang,
Poor baby.
trauma.
So got grandkids, got more grandkids, but I also got a nephew. Which was pretty cool. Got him to come up. He was like, I was like, "Are you gonna come dance?" Because he's asking all the questions that let you know, like he wants to, like he wants to be involved. He's a young, little guy. How old is he?
9.
He's about 9 years old. He was sitting behind me, and that's what got me and him talking with Zayla and Ari. Because they're back there giving him hell. And like I would turn around and kind of tease the girls, and he thought I was funny. So then he starts asking questions. Well, what's that? Why do you do that?
Mm.
And I'm like, next time we go out there, I'm giving you a gourd and you're coming with us. He's like, I can't go out there. I have on shorts. I'm like, it doesn't. I was like, you're a little guy, like we'll appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
So gave him a gourd, and before you know it, every time I got up to go out there, even whenever I was going to shake hands, he would get up and follow me. Yeah, but he liked it though. He liked it, so that was cool.
That's word.
But yeah, we had a great dance, great turnout. I got to give a shout out to our very own Desiree. She did an amazing job. Her first gig, huh? As a head lady, yeah.
Lady.
First gig. So I think we're gonna start seeing her.
Yeah.
Being a little bit more proactive in her culture. So that was pretty cool. Just to, I mean, to me, that's why we want to encourage people.
Yeah.
We want to keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, like we want to see that circle get bigger. So, what'd you do this weekend?
Got some work done around the house. Getting prepared for next weekend. It's gonna be a long 4 days.
Is that next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Leanna says those girls love their Papa Eric.
Yeah.
Natalie said, he goes, Hootsie is married to Papa Eric. And Mary said, but I was first.
God.
I said he was like,
Good job, Andy.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Sherry lost track of the name.
Yeah. I was just having too much fun with it.
Dang.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Andy.
Cassie says, good morning, Rugged
Good
Nuggets.
job, Uncle.
Rugged
morning,
Nuggets.
Matt says, say hi to Mama Fatty. She's
Good job, Andy.
Oh,
Mama
hey,
Fatty.
Mama Fatty. Thank you for tuning in.
Good job.
Appreciate, all the views. We appreciate, everybody and anybody that tunes in. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, Miss Mama Fatty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Asked if she's going to see us at the Well Variety Conference.
Who?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, are we?
Man, we really hope so.
We hope so. We're trying.
My little heart is just so set on going to Portland this year.
Man.
My little heart is just set on it, I mean, at this point, it's out of our hands. Is it like the first weekend in October?
Yeah. First Wednesday.
Man, and then that's like cutting it close with all the funding. Is that when it like gets rewarded?
Yeah, we end
Or
the year
rewarded-
and then start
awarded?
the year right at the beginning of October.
So, I mean, it just really depends on that. I mean, and my little heart is just set on it.
It really depends on Nat. Is that what you said?
Oh.
Well,
We get sponsored.
that and that. That
Everything.
and that. But I mean, I'm gonna give it to Creator.
Mm.
Give it to Creator. If I'm meant to be there, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I got to go last year's my first experience, and so much has happened.
Mm-hmm. So much.
But
Buck.
That's word.
had a great time last year.
Yeah. Jacuzzi
Yeah.
and man.
That's when he went blind.
Yeah, TP.
Love is blind. Yeah.
Yeah. My blind side.
Yeah. So I really hope I would like it for the baddies.
Yeah.
That's who I would really want to experience that whole healing. Man, it just has a different feel about it. About the Wellbriety All Addictions Conference. I believe it's going to be in Portland, Oregon this year. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because we've already been to that
Hotel.
hotel where they're having the conference.
They had
We
good
got
breakfast.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
a great
good
breakfast.
breakfast.
And breakfast is free actually.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Anna Givens says good morning.
Good morning.
And,
Good morning.
And
Cassandra says that is October 2nd through the 5th.
Man, that's cutting it
Oh,
real
man.
close.
I don't
SCB says,
know.
just so y'all know, you both look pale.
I don't know. What?
Camera.
Pale.
Pale.
And AA says good morning.
Oh, Miss Andrea Alexander. Bob just walked in the
Oh,
house.
wow.
That's like Darian's favorite person right now.
I know. Bob's in the house.
Cassandra sharing her experience, strength, and hope up there at the conference.
Oh,
that's cool.
Oh.
That's pretty
That's
awesome.
word. That's word.
Cat Daddy's on says good morning, you two crazies.
Good morning, Cat.
Good morning, Cat.
Cat Daddy.
And Brother Randy Nolene says good morning.
Good morning,
Oh,
Brother
Randy.
Randolph.
Annette says she's still full from that week we had in Portland.
God, still.
Yeah.
Spiritually or
We ate a bunch.
yeah.
Word.
Trying to keep
We-
up with Darian.
Darian
Yeah,
lost
that was-
weight too. We all worked out and ate.
Only way I could get comfortable.
Yeah.
Make my
Carly was
clothes
like,
fit.
y'all eat way too much.
It was because we trying to
What?
keep up with Darian.
Yeah, Darian.
Fat boy.
Big back. Big back.
Yeah.
Gotta stay strong. Stay hard. Mm.
Gotta stay fat.
Good job, Uncle.
Good job,
Oh,
Uncle.
man.
Wow.
That said
job,
Anna
Uncle.
Givens equals Mama Fatty.
Mama Fatty.
Me manche.
But yeah, so it was it's been already it's already been a year since we
Mhm.
got to go up there.
Yeah.
I feel like we made a little splash when we got to go last year.
Yeah.
We brought all of our video equipment.
Yeah.
We had Woody Blaine come on and do a morning meditation. We had Michael Duncan come on and do a morning
Yeah.
meditation.
Dad Network.
I believe we had
You had a ladies one too, right?
yeah. Was
Yeah.
it Sparrow?
Sparrow or
You had
AA.
Nat on there,
Right.
and then who was the other ones? You had two other ladies
Well,
on there with their
Yeah, because the two
Oh,
they're also Wellbriety.
Theta. Newbread.
Yeah, that Theta. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other facilitator, Wellbriety facilitator. She's from
Oh, was it Winona?
Winona.
Yeah, Winona.
Winona.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, And then of course we had Don Coyas.
Yeah.
Good job, Andy.
He came on the last
All
day
nervous.
and did a morning meditation with us.
Mhm.
So that was pretty cool. I mean, Don C, And then we just put it out there today that we're having our own Wellbriety gathering.
Oh.
We just put it out today. Res Covery,
Covery
not
retreat.
for,
Res.
but Res Covery is having our own Wellbriety gathering. Well, I believe it'll be on our page.
Yeah.
Did we already put it out there? Okay,
Is it-
All Nations Res Covery. We will be putting out the flyer.
That's word.
It'll be a cabin setting in Holbert,
Holbert.
HUL.
Houlbert.
Holbert Tigers.
So Holbert,
Not Hobart.
not Hobart,
Holbert.
Oklahoma, and it's up towards Tulsa.
Yep.
Yep.
Up towards the Tulsa area.
Tulsa.
yeah, so we'll be dropping that flyer here pretty soon. Really looking forward to that. And then Andrea, Andrea Alexander,
Hey.
she's putting something together for different well-variety groups to come together.
Ooh.
Here in Oklahoma, I believe they're trying to get Don C to come down for that.
Mm.
So that'll be huge, So, got to keep those things in prayer, and that's kind of where we're at today. So, and maybe I don't know if she would
Boom.
want me to drop that on here,
No, I don't know.
but I'm gonna speak it into
You already
existence.
started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak it into existence. That'll be great. That'll be huge for Oklahoma. I feel like we got some
Yeah.
good, strong, well-variety groups here.
That's word.
Wish we could have more. I wish every
Mm.
town had it like AA.
Mhm. Every res.
Every res, all these tribal
Good
communities,
job, Uncle. Good job, Auntie.
but like
Showing me.
so yeah, I'm just speaking it into existence.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do we got? We had a great dance.
Oh, yeah. Thursday youth speaker night.
Yeah, tomorrow we have Gripe and White.
Gripe and White.
Gripe and wife.
Thursday we have our youth speaker night.
Youth speaker night. Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'd been out all last week. Actually, on the
How's that
14th,
going?
on the 14th, I had my eye surgery. They took the oil out of my eye. They actually took the oil out of my eye. So I mean, I I can't see like the fine print, but I can see Carmelo's face from here.
Mm.
And
He's got glasses on.
that's a mustache.
Yeah.
No, so like I can definitely see the difference. I can
job,
see the
Auntie.
difference,
Good job, Uncle.
but from my understanding, I thought that was the last surgery.
What?
I got two more to go.
Two mo?
Two more. And one's just gonna be cleaning up all the there's a lot of oil. I don't know how to explain it. But it looks like black snow keeps coming down.
Mm.
Like when I'm looking around, like there's a flock of birds that follow me everywhere. That's what it looks like. A flock of birds go by.
Dang.
So they got to go back in, clean that up, and then I got to have cataract surgery.
Oh. That's the last one?
Yeah, then that'll be it. Then I'll be.
Mm.
So I don't know how long that process will be, but I'm like this far into it.
Yeah.
This thing's been going on for over a year. And it's just like at this point, like I guess, kind of like what today's reading is,
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be
Purpose.
thankful. Yeah. I'm gonna be thankful, that Creator has a plan,
Mm-hmm.
Creator has a plan, and when he's willing to let me in on it, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But until then, it's just kind of like, I'm walking by faith, not by sight.
Mm.
So that's a huge deal in my sobriety today. Is learning how to walk with faith, not by sight. Huge. So should we go ahead and jump off into this reading? Do we have any more comments?
Yeah.
Yes. Andrea said it's already too late. Busyness.
Well,
Larry Tane said gripe and wipe with a question mark.
Larry
Well-
Tane.
Beef stew, cornbread, chili, and Frito pie is the youth request for food on speaker night.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and let Larry Tane know exactly what we mean. And I'm gonna go ahead and cuss if you don't mind. This ain't towards anybody, but it's kind of what Nat said that they would call it, where a bunch of seamstress would get together and kind of do their craft, sewing, a bunch of ladies would get together, and she said that they would call it the stitching bitch.
Mm.
where they would all just kind of,
like a crash out kind of.
yeah. I don't know about that because they're all
Yeah.
sewing.
Mm.
There might be.
Well, then we kept trying to think of other names because we were wanting to put it on a flyer, and Connor's like, "No, you're not calling it the Stitching Bitch." So then it was like, who was it? Cassandra. She said gripe and wipe, and we were like, "What? What is a gripe and wipe?" She's like, "Where you gripe and where you wipe your tears." And we're like,
That was the first thought on everybody's mind.
I completely missed that one, right over my head.
Dang.
We just thought like, so the name stuck, so what, but there's other, what did they call it? What did they call this one?
Sewing and glowing.
Sober
Oh, sober.
seams.
Mm.
So we got a bunch of ladies that like to sew. I seen Desiree, I seen Theta, Tatum, they're like, I watched them all throw these skirts together. That was pretty cool because I couldn't. Even if I had two eyes,
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done it. And then we got Melinda. Belinda's who's been spitting out some pretty good shirts. My boy Kendrick's pretty lucky. And then we got Irene. Then we got Bobby. We got quite a few ladies that are can throw something together. And it looks good. So we want to try to take advantage of that while we got the opportunity. So and how else with some food?
That's word.
Because I know like Nat, Belinda, Irene, Bobby, like they enjoy just being able to create an opportunity for somebody else to come back to the circle. Or to give them a little, and I watch these other ladies, they kind of, picked it up on their own. So I mean, it's pretty cool because the guys just kind of sit around and wait on the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheering them on.
That's word.
Yeah.
Go. Go,
So,
girl.
I mean, but we do things too. We got stuff for bandoliers. We got stuff for gourds.
Mm.
Like it's kind of like a team effort. Y'all ladies handle the ladies, and then if any fellas want to show up, we just want to encourage, because we got stuff for us to do.
Cassie says, Barry, is that a Red Bull?
Yes, it is.
Boy, those are bad for you.
Yeah, mine's sugar free.
Sugar free is the key.
Cat Daddy says,
What's up?
Larry Tane says, oh, good ways.
Oh.
Beth says,
Papa.
glowing.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Reggie
guy.
says, Colony Powwow's coming up.
Yeah, this
We're starting a
guy.
variety pop-up meeting.
Oh, during Midgord.
Mingo's head man. He can.
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
I'll let him know. I'll let
them know.
I'll let Richard know.
He's camping down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
They have showers down there?
No, I'm gonna have to bring wipes.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, at least you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a full
He's
pack.
gonna be handing them out. You guys need these.
Second chance.
I used to have these shower things. You fill them up with water, then you set them in the sun, and they absorb the heat, and then you hang it up.
Yeah.
Then you you were able to shower under them.
Like get buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope.
That's literally how you're supposed to shower.
Yeah.
Oh, don't use Gain soap.
I don't do that. But
So yeah, but yeah, that I used to go camping at Colony all the time,
Yeah.
and probably would only get to bathe like twice.
Hopefully, don't run into the little people.
They're gonna be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have any more comments before we jump into this reading?
Shining and Gridden. That's what Cat Daddy said. And Nat says, Shining Beaver, we've been discussing this about the pop-up meeting. Cassie says we need to have a mock class on Tuesday or Wednesday, please. She has a hide. Larry Tane says, was bite and wipe taken already?
God.
There And Nat said,
She Indian name.
Domingo's going to have a gripe and wipe. Then Kat said, hurry up. She's got to get to AA. And David Deere says, good morning. Stongo.
Stongo, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, Domingo, front to back.
Oh,
Larry
yeah.
says if they do a special, they can throw down some wet wipes for you.
Warm them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure they're warm.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job,
Be
Uncle.
dabbing it.
Yeah.
Good job, Andy.
Raw guy.
And honey. Remember, pour honey on me.
Good job, Uncle.
Mayan
I
ways.
ain't getting carried away.
Good job, Andy.
Mayan ways.
Good job, Andy.
We better get off into this
I
reading.
know.
This guy's getting ragged
Beth said, hurry up. What's today? The 25th?
all day long.
Matthew King. Oh, he says, God is making use of you. You should be grateful he's found a use for you. Matthew King, Lakota. The Creator can only create through human beings. Each human being has a purpose given to us by the Creator. We are on this earth to fulfill this purpose. Our only work is to make ourselves ready to become channel to perform for the Creator. We prepare ourselves by prayer. We prepare ourselves by becoming unselfish. We prepare ourselves by seeking and choosing to walk on a spiritual path. Each morning we look to the east and we say an honor prayer to the Creator. We offer our gifts, tobacco and corn. We ask Him to help us to do His will for today. In this simple way, we will fulfill our purpose. It should be an honor to serve the Creator. Great Spirit, today I am ready to serve you. Oh, Mr. Bowtone, what you think?
Mado for reading that.
Nice.
Mr. Reader.
What?
I mean, Mr. White Man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, man, that's a powerful statement. Be grateful
Good job, Uncle.
that the Creator found a use for me.
Mm.
Because a good part of my life, I felt useless. And not in the point, not in the thought like, like I could, I could work. I knew how to do a lot of different things. I tried to, find my way through construction. There's so many different parts of my life, where I can lay concrete. I can do some framing. I can, do some, drywall, mud and tape, texture, flooring, painting. Like, I learned how to lay some, lay some trim down. I kept, like I'm trying to like figure out a way to make myself feel like make use of myself. But all that while I was doing all of that, I'm in my addiction. Like I'm doing this for my addiction is what it turned out to be. I could go get a good job. I could go traveling, man. I'm pretty sure I could still do it. If I was able to see. I got friends that are still out there doing it. They travel all over. And it wasn't until I came home and got a couple $1,000s in my pocket, have a car. I come home and I'm the ultimate party guy. Everyone's happy to see me because I'm gonna buy some drink, I'm gonna buy a fat sack, and we're gonna have just the best time ever. Like people wanted me around, because of that, and that felt good to me. But it's that false, that false pride. It's that when they say my addiction is cunning, baffling, and powerful, um, I seen it take the shape of making me feel like that was that was my purpose in life, and you realize real quick, you find out real quick, who your real friends are when you ain't got nothing.
Mm.
You find out real quick, what kind of world you're creating for yourself when you can't provide no drink, you can't provide no sack of dope, I'm looking for it in other human beings, this hole that I have in myself. I'm either trying to fill it with alcohol or with drugs or with flesh. Like I was very codependent, and just so many times, that I felt like God was against me because the things that I'm praying for, the things that I'm wanting, the things that I think are important to me are not working out. Like nothing's falling into the play. Nothing's falling into place. Everything's always hard. Everything's always like a struggle, and you just feel like the weight of everything is just slowing you down more and more and more and more. And until you're just so tired of everything. And it seemed like once I made my mind up, like I'm going to some nothing changes if nothing changes, right? I knew where I kept getting worse and worse. I wasn't even having a good time, when I was using. Because at first when you start using, like you're having like the best time ever. And then like for some reason in your head, you think that's the answer to all your problems because it's making you forget about everything. You don't feel no emotion, like the weight of the world, like I can forget about all of this if I just go take a drink, if I just go get a hit, and then it's kind of like, like where's my life going? Like I was 40 years old and I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. But luckily, I got to be around my older brother, and I got to see him with his family. And I was just like, man, I want that. I used to love it when my nieces, they would just be so glad to see their uncle. But then I remember, like, if I came home drunk or something, just the look of disappointment on their face, like damn, this guy. Yeah. Again, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, this guy.
And I really felt useless, so I knew I had to do something. So, as I got in, I got sober, which I want to, that's a great place to start, is getting sober. I got friends that are out there struggling right now, like literally struggling right now with just trying to stay sober for the day. And I had a great conversation with one of my bros, Saturday. I was teasing him, he was trying to sell a lawnmower, and I put on his, I put on his, so there's my lawnmower, you just teasing him, and then, but in my head, I'm like, if he goes and sells that lawnmower, I know where that money's going. And he was struggling, he really didn't want to do it. But for some reason, he thought that was the only answer that he has. And I remember being like that. I can connect with him on that. I understand, and it helped me realize like what makes me useful today is that I got sober. Then I got into recovery. Now I'm able to connect with people on that level because I completely understand. Like never do would I ever say like, "Oh, you're wrong. You're bad." Like you have substance use disorder. It's that simple. But it's so easy for me to say, but he doesn't understand it because he's never ever looked at the addiction side. Like he was sober for many years, but he and I have nothing against, I don't say there's anything wrong with Christianity, but he got into the Bible. He didn't learn about addiction. Like, and that was like where our conversation always goes. I'm like, brother, you need to, you really need to look into, what keeps taking you out.
Yep.
But, and then I also tell him, like, well, like, I'm just glad that you find a way. He'll be good for a few days, but, it's that, it's, it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. But at the same time, I'm seeing where I'm useful to him. I'm not trying to like point the finger at him. I'm not trying to like tell him he's bad. Oh, you can do better. Like small wins come in so many different, they can look so different to so many different people. And maybe a small win is I'm not going to use that needle today. I'm just going to smoke it. Then it could go from, well, I'm not going to smoke it. I'm just going to snort it. And then like you got to take those small wins. But I mean, it was just one of those things where I understand like where I get my cup filled today. Like, do I ever wish a day would come where I never got those kinds of messages? And everybody around me was just healed and I didn't have a job where, like I would love that. I would love that. And not because I'm selfish and I don't want to deal with anybody, but that would just mean that my people are finding a solution. They don't need me to guide them. They don't need me to show them. But until we get there, man, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do, to recover out loud. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do to show people that this is a doable thing. Man, if I can do it, a little crackhead like me, like if I can do this, man, anybody can do this. And maybe I am just an example. Like I always say, I don't think these things happen to me. I have They happen for me so that I can show the next person that no matter how far down you've had to go in your life, that doesn't define you. And you go, you may not, I may not have, anything that I want, but I have everything that I need. And for that, man, I found so much to be grateful for. I find so much to be thankful for. I appreciate every little thing that the creator allows me to have in my life. And I don't have to look beyond that. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be sober here today. It's a beautiful thing to, keep, and that's one thing that I'm figuring out about my sobriety is that it only lasts for 24 hours. It only lasts for 24 hours. Whenever that 24 hours is up, I got to go get me some more. I got to go get me some more recovery. Today I got 4 years, 3 months, and 21 days. 1,574 days today. And I don't feel like I can take credit for any of it. The creator found a use for me. And I don't have to worry about what's going to happen next because I practice the creator's will every day. I may not know what that is, but I know what it isn't. It isn't smoking weed. It isn't drinking alcohol. It isn't, doing drugs. Like that's as long as I can keep away from doing those three things, the creator provides my way. And man, I remember a time, I remember the opposite of this, and it wasn't pretty. I would have been crying for them wet wipes. You know what I
Bags.
mean? I would have been, that was a blessing then.
He was just griping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Not
wiping, I
wiping.
was just griping.
Hanging.
So yeah. So that's all I got. Do we have a comment
Yeah,
before
yeah.
Domingo goes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot.
Randy Deanne says, "Good morning, fam."
Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
And Legend says, "Yay, Natalie Harjo," talking about the pop-up meeting, of course. Cat Daddy said, "Awesome reading." Then Fred Warlido says he's got over 2 years sober. He's 22 years old, still doing it for his family and me. Haven't done any of that hard
Fred.
stuff in a while. Aho to higher
Aho.
power for bringing me out of that darkness and loneliness.
Thank you for sharing that, Fred.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Drop that knowledge.
Go ahead, Mingo.
It's a beautiful thing.
Dang, dang.
Yeah, ho, Fred. What came to my mind with today was, just I don't know, just life, trial and error. The experiences that my help creator, a great mystery. I wouldn't say once, but like what we go through, what we have to see, and talking to my sisters earlier, what getting that taste or getting that experience in life that will may take time, and or it might be right away, but we're here, like you say, we're here to help our brothers and sisters, our little our young ones, kids, nieces, nephews, sons and daughters, just able to help them, grow up and teach them about life. And I don't know, just finding support, finding groups, and just remember, you're not alone. And just something like when I was talking speaker night one time, I don't know what came to spiritually, it came to my mind was just thanking everybody for what they got to do for their sobriety, what they not what they got to do, but what they get to do, what they get to celebrate every day, even early or even as many years as they got under their belt. And just being able to what they do daily life, our daily battles, like Brother Barry said, after 24 hours, it starts over, and able to wake up sober and happy and having, not it's not about being perfect, just having a person and having your life together and taking care of, because there's a lot that stresses out, like fines, child support, just daily life with our kids and our
Baby
people.
mamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having baby daddies. Hey, well, for the women, what they gotta go through.
Glad you had to point that out.
Yeah, thanks
speak
for
up, speak up for everybody. Hey,
specifying.
yeah,
Had us worried.
it's a beautiful thing. No worries, no drama.
Mm.
But yeah, just being thankful, and that you do have a purpose in life, and just finding it, and finding support, and pray, and just pray about it, take time, take that alone, self-centered, but take that time, and through meditation or whatever it is, through sweat, or through the women's men's groups, whatever it is, just keep going, just my help will he'll he has a place for you and a purpose. So Mado.
Mado. While you were talking, I was thinking about like sometimes I wonder, like, I want to be so humble, like I don't want to think like I'm saving like this whole nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would hate to have carry that burden to think like I'm saving like thousands and thousands of people. What if my sole purpose in life was to help one person? Like,
The one.
I mean, I think it would all be worth it.
Yeah.
To help that one person. I mean, I totally think it would be worth it. And it may not even be somebody that we even have any ideal. Because I would hate to think that I would take the credit for that. You know what I mean? Because I know how I am. You know, I'm gonna want 3 plates at the next powwow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking signups right now.
Yeah. So it's just I if that's all my life, if that was the only purpose for me, I think I would be happy with that. I think you know, because I have a lot of friends, it's overdose awareness month. I think about their life, and man, like I would never question creator, but there's just, some things I guess we're not meant to understand. But I mean, in with the same token, I would like to think that uh, even the bad, can be used in a good way. Bad situations. Not saying anybody's like a bad person, but like these bad situations. I've seen them play out to where it happened for the betterment of something else. So you never know. I was thinking about this the other day. I watched a lot of different videos or whatever, and this lady came on, and she said she's never felt her mother's love. Her mother, you know, sold her, whenever she was 10 years old. Sold her, and she got out of that situation and never seen her mother again, never seen that guy again. Lived, came to live a better life, and like, and to her, like, it was just how she put it. Like the way that she thought, like, that bad was meant for me so that I can do better for my kids. Like I had, sometimes you got to, and that's what I feel like I get to do today is I get to use all my bad decisions. I get to use all my bad choices I've ever made in my life. I get to use them to help save somebody else's. And to me, like, that's like the craziest thing about, doing what we do is I didn't know that smoking crack in your mom's closet would have
What a
helped me. Stealing their last $5, like, who would have ever thought? Like, I got a platform for that. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But like, that's the kind of things that come to mind. Who would have ever thought? Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. So, I'm thankful that my life has a use today.
Yeah.
So, Mado.
No changes.
Do you have any more?
Tupac.
Yeah. Do you have any more comments?
Yeah.
Daniel says,
Oh,
I like
Daniel.
that. I don't know what it is. Oh,
Yes, for sure.
Bo Sam says, good morning, guys. Have a good day.
Good morning. Good morning,
Francis,
young lady.
Francis Lone Bear says, when them prayers start to get answered, 6.5 years later, it's still 24 hours at a time. Pray and pray again.
Oh,
Oh, brother.
He says, baby grandmas. Shout out to the baby mamas.
Oh, baby mama, baby grandma.
The baby mama mamas.
Yeah.
The baby mama mamas.
On that welfare.
Theta said it is worth it.
Yeah.
Shelley Yates says good comes from all things.
See the who?
Flaca. Moreno.
Nombre.
Oh, Shelly. Oh,
That says my kid's grandfather, the late Philip Deere, gave a speech at the longest walk. And he said, if there is but one of my Indian children that wants to go back home, back to our tradition, I will take that hand and guide that hand home with me. I hear that every time I get tired.
Mado.
Mado. But yeah, that's all I really got today.
All them
That's word.
comments.
So you know, we're gonna have the gripe and wipe, the stitching bitch, here at 1950 South Shepherd.
Manana.
Manana, we'll be having a little meal. You know, maybe
Potluck or
Potlucks.
potluck.
Potluck,
Yeah, it'll be potluck.
So if you want to eat, you got to bring
If you
some.
want to eat, you know. But yeah, you know, we'll have the ladies. They'll be doing some sewing, I'm sure. You know, and I don't know how much they can get done in a couple of hours, but you know, these ladies move along pretty good. You know, so I mean,
Especially if
maybe-
you're just griping the whole time.
yeah, especially if it's just griping.
get over there. What do you?
My kids' grandpa don't do nothing. But you know,
I ain't sent that support in yet.
but you know, there's just so many. You know, we got gourds or sash or bandoliers that the fellas can make.
That said,
Most time, it's just about fellowship.
we're still waiting on that Doritos casserole to show up. So
Oh yeah. I'll get that.
What is Doritos casserole?
What is?
you making it?
Oh,
Let's,
like the recipe.
Well, you said you were bringing Doritos casserole.
Yeah, I was.
What does that mean?
It's
Taco salad?
kinda, yeah. You can use chicken, beef, or cream and chicken, cream or cream and mushroom, and then sour cream. Mix it up and then bake it.
Mmm.
Guess
Mmm.
we'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Well, we will see you tomorrow. Like, share, follow. Tell your mammy about us. And thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you for all the comments. We appreciate you. And aho.